The Way of Forgiveness, Dharma Talk by Venerable Ren Ze. Wisdom and compassion are fundamental to forgiveness. When we have the right view of cause and effect, we tend to forgive those who do not understand cause and effect. When we have renunciation, we tend to forgive those worldly people without renunciation. When we have the emptiness wisdom of no self, we tend to forgive those without the emptiness wisdom of no self. When we have compassion, it is easier to forgive the faults of sentient beings. That is why wisdom and compassion are fundamental to forgiveness. The way of forgiveness consists of two aspects. One is forgiving oneself, and the other is forgiving others. Therefore, we need to make effort to learn Dharma. When we have the right view, understanding, and mindfulness, but temporarily lack the power to correct some afflictions and habitual patterns, of course, we're aware of them, but for the time being, we do not have enough power to change, and cannot subdue and eliminate them quickly. However, we have the right attitude, no self-blame, no inferiority complex, but forgive ourselves. Of course, we must repent and forgive. Repent means being willing to change. Forgive means letting ourselves take our time. We need to know that self-blame and low self-esteem are also negative emotions. We should treat our negative emotions as a doctor treats a patient's disease, or as a psychiatrist treats a mental patient. When negative emotions appear, we should realize and transform them quickly. We have such a positive attitude to our negative emotions. Instead of blaming ourselves, we forgive and repent. People who have not learned the Dharma do not have the ability to introspect. Even if they do, their introspection is not adequate and profound, so they always feel, "It's others' fault, not mine." Some people have studied Buddhism for many years, but have not mastered the skill of applying antidotes to afflictions and habitual patterns. Some people have studied Buddhism and learned to apply remedy to afflictions and habitual patterns, but without long-term practice, it is still easy to pick others' faults and then get angry without forgiveness. Some people have studied Buddhism, but when a Dharma friend finds his problem and tells him out of compassion, he will say that others are finding his faults and get very angry. Some people have studied Buddhism, but when a Dharma friend finds his problem and tells me out of compassion, he will say that others are finding his faults and snitching and are also very angry. Therefore, the requirement of not finding faults in Dharma friends is for yourself. When you think that a Dharma friend is finding your faults, it exactly shows that you are finding faults in him. How do you know that your Dharma friend is finding your faults? Can you read his mind? How do you know that he is not helping you out of compassion? Of course, when we say that there are indeed serious problems in a Dharma friend, rather than despise him or get angry, we should forgive him and think about how to help him. Just like parents treat their preschool children who make mistakes. The best way to help a Dharma friend is to use skillful means to make him reflect on his own problems, repent, and be willing to change, rather than blame him because he doesn't have enough confidence in you. If a Dharma friend does not listen to our advice, we can only be sorry for ourselves for not being virtuous enough to influence him. We should repent instead of getting angry. Of course, if a Dharma friend has already realized his problem, repented, and is willing to change, then when his old problem is about to appear, we should respond to his problem actively, directly, and forcefully. It should be mindful that if a Dharma friend has not realized a problem, we can't respond in this way for the moment, but should use skillful means to let him realize that problem. It is necessary to be skillful, for you are not virtuous enough. Therefore, we should learn Dharma, practice the antidotes to afflictions and habitual patterns, and cultivate compassion more often. In this way, we can forgive ourselves as well as our Dharma friends and sentient beings.